And begin with doing now what's called tapping. So tapping is called Emotional Freedom Technique, EFT. And what I'm going to do is, rather than give you too much history in the background into it that I would show at training classes, all we need to do is just practice a few rounds. It's one of those techniques that you do for yourself, on yourself. So it is actually something that you can do once I teach it to people. I'll say go away and use it on anything, try it on different things. But it's a technique where you learn it once, it's for you. There's no fancy equipment, you don't need to be updated or trained every year. You can use it for family and friends, and it's a great one to teach and even to use it with children as well, especially for exam time or any anxiety. It's great for sleep, it's great for in the morning to raise your energy, it's great to relax you in the evening. So there's loads of different ways. So I'll begin showing you how to use it, and then we'll see how we get on. So what we're doing on this occasion is we're going to raise our energy levels as it's morning time, and just to try and get us awake if we're not already awake, or just a little bit more awake after a nice relaxing meditation. So what we're going to focus on and what we're working through, because you set an intention, is you tune in at the beginning as to how you're feeling, how your energy levels is. So for this, we're going to raise our energy. So we're going to say the word energy, energize, and how it works at that. At each point, you need to say it out loud to, or if you're in a position where you can't say it, you can actually say it in your head. It is a little stronger, they say, and it works a little quicker if you say it out loud. So at each tapping point, what we're going to do is take a breath in, and then we will release our air and our breath. We will say the words or whatever we're working on. Now I will alter it slightly as we go along, because this is the adaptability and flexibility of it. But if you just follow along with me and see how you go, and use your own words if you want to, if mine just don't resonate with you, but see how we get on. And I'll do 1 or 2 rounds, and then you'll learn how to see it from that. Okay, so we begin. So we begin, as I said, just tuning into how much energy we have at the moment, how we're feeling. We place our hands on our heart, and we take 3 nice deep breaths. And what you do is you close your eyes and you breathe in, and on the out breath, energize. And once more, breathing in, more energy. And one more time, more energy. So we begin, and how you start is used for this point. You use your whole hand and you're just tapping on the top of your head. Now it's called tapping for this reason, is that you're tapping and it's on your body. So instead of, we're not trying to knock ourselves out and hurt ourselves. So all we're doing is a gentle tap where we have a connection with our hand, and not too gentle, I suppose. But you want to be able to hit the points. So there's acupuncture pressure points at the top of your head, like there is all over your body, and that's what you're reaching for. So we're taking a breath in, and we're more energy. So this is why we focus on a word and a breath, that we don't worry about how many taps we've done or what's going on. So that's the gist of it. And the next point is just on your forehead. So if you use a few of your fingers, the idea is then you will reach the acupuncture point, but not to worry about where the point is or what's going on, because energy follows intention. So if your intention is to tap on the point on the forehead, that's where it'll go. So we'll take a breath in, and energy. Now the next point is actually at your eyebrows, just the end of your eyebrows. There's acupuncture points just here. Now obviously with the eyes and the next few points around the eyes, you do have 2. So you have an option and it's choice. This is why it's a very flexible technique. You can tap on both. You can tap on one or the other, depending on whether you're left or right-handed. A very handy technique is using 2 of your fingers, just like this or like that. And you get to tap on both. So it's just where that little, you'll find little bones there at the end of your eyebrows, and that's what you're tapping on. So again, with a nice deep breath in, more energy. And again, you can use 2 or 3 fingers for this, and you're just tapping at the side of your eye. Now because we're working around your eye, again, this is to emphasize how it's just a gentle tap. And you can go whatever pace that is comfortable for you. So obviously if you're going like this, means you've got a lot of tension and stress, and this way you're more relaxed or too relaxed. But it just depends on what you're doing and what you like. You can have one hand, you can have both. Whatever is comfortable for you, do what your body wants, because this is actually your body's way of talking to you as well. So take a nice deep breath in. More energy. And then just again, under the little sockets here, you'll feel your bones. Just tap gently. Again, you can do 2 or 3 fingers. You can do 1 or 2, whatever is comfortable for you. And a breath in. More energy. And the next point, then we're going back to one hand, where we're just tapping under the nose, just gently above the lips, between the nose and the lips, and just tap away. And again, just gentle taps. And at each breath, we're breathing in, raising our energy, just to remind us what we're working on. And then the next point is on your chin, just on below your lips, between, for most people on that, maybe not everybody has a little dinge in here, so that's what we're going to tap on. Again, use 2 or 3 fingers, whichever is comfortable for you. And we're breathing in, and we're breathing in more energy. And the next point is collarbone. So there's like little dints here. You'll find it just under. So you just tap here. Again, there's 2 points, so you can tap on both. I have a little microphone, so I won't do it there in case it's interfering with my sound. So just tap gently, again, taking a nice deep breath in. And drawing in energy. Now the next set of points are all on your hands, and these are great ones you can use at any time. And they're kind of ones you can probably do more discreetly instead of the top of your body. So you begin with your thumb and you'll work through all the fingers, and what you're doing is tapping on the side of the nail. So again, depending on your left or right handed, you'll be tapping at different points, or you can do both hands, but just for the moment we just do one hand, and we take a nice deep breath in. More energy. And then onto the first finger. Breath in. I'm raising my energy. And then your next finger. Again, deep breath in. I'm recharging my batteries. And next finger. Raising my energy levels. And then your next finger. Raising my energy. And then the last point is all along the side of your hand. So call it the karate chop. So again, you'll use all of your hands and your fingers, and you just tap gently at the side. Again, depending on your left or right handed, or if one side is sore than the other, just gentle tapping. And a breath in, raising your energy. Now that's one round of tapping, and what we do now is we're going to do another one now that you've had a practice, just to do a second round, to make it a little easier as we run through, and less talking in between, but more focused on the energy. And here we go. So at the top of the head, again, remember, just gentle taps, tapping gently. I have a very long fringe now since I can't get to the hairdressers, so avoid my. So take a nice deep breath in, loads of energy. And then onto the forehead, taking a breath in, bucket loads of energy. We're going to have a little fun with it now, which is what you can do. So again, just tapping on the 2 eyebrow points at the end, taking a breath in, limitless energy. And then onto the side of the eyes, I'm raising my energy. And then under the eyes, I'm recharging my batteries. And then under the nose, loads and loads of energy. And then onto your chin, truckloads of energy. And then your collarbone, endless energy. And then onto your thumb, I have oodles and oodles of energy. And if you feel like moving, that's okay. And this is a great one to do while you're standing and walking around. You don't have to be sitting. It's the energy is moving, hopefully, for you, so that's good. And then the next one on your first finger. I am full of energy. And then on to your next finger. Loads and loads of energy. Next one. I have access to endless, limitless energy. I am feeling energized. I'm feeling full of positive energy. And I'm going to do one more round just to give you another practice. So from here back to the top of the head. Oodles and oodles of energy. And as you might guess, we talk to ourselves as we go through this. And we take a breath, just focusing on what it is we're actually doing, but allow using our own words and our own ideas of what's going on. So truckloads of energy. And at the eyebrows, buckets and buckets and truckloads of energy. Side of the eye, I am energizing myself. And under the eye, I'm drawing in positive and positive energy. And under the nose, I am boundless, full of energy. And on the chin, my batteries are fully charged up. And then onto the collarbone, I have access to limitless energy. And onto our thumb, I am energized. And onto our first finger, I am fully energized. Next finger, I feel alert and awake. And next finger, I feel fully energized. Next finger, I'm feeling energized, awake and alert. And then the last to the side and a crashy job. Oh, I am full of energy and awake. I feel good. I feel positive. I feel full of energy. I feel awake and alert. And then how we end is going back to where we began, placing our hands on our heart, taking 3 deep breaths in and out. And 2 more, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And the last one, breathing in and out. And then what we do is we tune in again now and see if we do a comparison of how we were feeling before we began and how we feel afterwards. And on this occasion, hopefully you have raised your energy, and after relaxing meditation and after a few rounds of tapping, you feel alert and awake and yet calm and ready. So hopefully you enjoyed that and you found it interesting. If you'd like to email me, I can send you on a little A4 page leaflet which has the tapping points on it. It also has the process of how you do it, where you begin 3 breaths on your heart, do a round of tapping or do as many rounds of tapping as you feel. And the other idea is, if you're tapping on a point and you're not ready to move yet, allow your body to do what it needs to do, because it's your body that's helping you as you go along. It's your tapping on your own body. It's no one else directing you or showing you. If you feel like just one point needs to be tapped and you don't feel, you can sometimes feel a resistance where it's not ready to move at any point. Stay where it needs to be. Just trust yourself to allow what your body do what it wants to do. And if you miss a point, it's not a major, oh, I have to start again. It's purely a learning curve, learning as you go. Maybe that point wasn't necessary. Maybe you needed to spend a bit more time somewhere else, and that's how it works. So hopefully that gave you an introduction into tapping. As I say, it's another one if you find it hard to sleep at night, or you're overwhelmed, or your energy is high, you can also use it to relax and release. So what you do is you focus on a word or something based on what you're drawing in or what you'd like to work on. So with sleep, you say sleep, and do the same 3 breaths. I would like sleep, calm, relaxation, whatever it is, do a round of tapping. And the joy with this one is you don't have to tap if you don't want to, if it's uncomfortable or you're sore or your hands are sore. You can hold the point. So if you want to, you can just tap, drawing your attention to what you're working on, especially at night time. If you're sleeping, you just say sleep, calm, relax. Onto the forehead again, just holding the points, holding the points, holding point, holding point, holding the point, holding the point, thumb, fingers, and the karate chop. And this is another one to hold. It's great. You'll find your hands, if you're anxious, you'll feel, you know, like people tap, or if you have headache or stress or tension, you feel like there are actually points that your body already is familiar with, and it's how your body is interacting and doing it for itself, so it has little messages for you. It's an amazing technique. There's so many tips to it in so many ways that I teach workshops on it, just to introduce people to it, because it's a great technique with a guy who originally developed it back in the 80s from a different format. He was so passionate about it, he developed a whole book on it, simplified it, and put it on the internet for free, because he thought it was a technique that everyone should know how to do for themselves, because it is helpful for a lot of techniques and a lot of aspects. So if you have any questions,